This week parasha Tazria and Metzora. These two parashiyot talk about very important avera sin in Torah that Torah talks about the two parashiyot, and that's gossip, lashon hara, talking something negative about somebody else. You have to understand. Once I asked somebody, "Why are you talking negative against him?" He said, "I'm saying the truth." You have to know. I have a news for you. Even a person says truth is lashon hara. I was talking to somebody else, how come you are talking about your sister, your siblings? He told me, do you know, siblings, there is no lashon hara, there is no gossip. But you have to understand, there is no difference. Any negative information that the person gives over to somebody else, that constitutes the hilchot of lashon hara. And Torah puts two parashiyot, talking about in very detail what happens to a person who says lashon hara, to bring out the point. It's an interesting question. If you are really to pay attention to Torah, this week parashiyot, Torah says somebody who gossips, HaKadosh Baruch Hu brings for him Metzora. Metzora is a type of disease, or it's a debate between Rishonim, between Mefarshim, whether there is a natural disease or a spiritual disease that comes upon a person who says lashon hara. Now, the greatest avera in Torah is somebody who worships Avodah Zarah. He denies HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and he says, he bows down to an idol. There is no promise any place in Torah that something would happen to him. But here, for gossip, for saying lashon hara, Torah promises us that somebody who says lashon hara, something happens to him right away. Why? This is the question that boggles the mind of the Mefarshim of Torah. Why is it like that? And the answer is obvious. The answer is because gossip is destructive, destroys homes, destroys friendship, destroys shalom bayit, destroys any type of relationship between two partners, between people. This is so destructive. Since it's so destructive, HaKadosh Baruch Hu made it that you should get the punishment right away. Because the punishment in Torah is not to take revenge, it's prevention. To prevent people from saying lashon hara. Now Rambam tells us, lashon hara is not the avera, is not the sin in speech. He puts it in hilchot deot. Hilchot, the hilchot that talks about characteristics of people. It's a type of characteristics that the person has. And that is, a person has a negative perspective in life. Because of some shortcoming that he has within himself, whatever that he sees in light of negativity. Now, Torah is telling us, in this plague, there is the emunah, there is a faith to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that created the world, and Hashem wants us to be positive. Hashem wants us to look at everything in a positive light. I learned a lot of musar, a lot of points about lashon hara, but I share with you a story that had the greatest impact on me, to be positive. There was a lady that had cancer in her throat, and doctor says that we have to do operation. But after operation, we cannot speak anymore. We become speechless. And they delayed the operation, of course, to the last minute. And that day came. This lady had children, grandchildren. Everybody got gathered in hospital right before operation. And she said whatever that she wanted to say, the last word to her husband, to her children, grandchildren. And everybody left the room that she should be ready for operation. But there was a rabbi there. She pointed out to Rabbi, please stay 1 minute with me. The rabbi didn't know what does she want from him. And Rabbi went with her. And she asked him, I want to know one thing. I want to know what's the last word that I should say. If I have zechut, merit, I have this privilege of using my word, last words that I could say on this earth, what should I say? What is it? The rabbi was telling me. He trembled. He didn't know what to answer. What to tell this lady? But HaKadosh Baruch Hu put in his mind. He said, a baby says, Torah, Siva, and Shema. You see also Torah, Siva, and Shema. And she said it. And that was the last word that she said. This rabbi said after this incident, any time that he wants to open his mouth, he remembers this lady. And what this lady did to him was greatest than the greatest Musar, greatest learning, greatest lecture in Lashon Hara. To understand that this is a privilege that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave it to us. We should be positive and to use it in the right way.